How many times we have desired something that seems unattainable? Other times we have wanted something and then we attain it, and the moment we have it, we enter into a panic state and we sabotage the whole situation. Could be a relationship, a possession, a thing, a job, anything. Other times we just don't feel fulfilled when we get what we think we desire for so long. We reach to a point where we have the object, but somehow we feel empty. And there's a very simple reason for that has to do with our nervous system and how our nervous system doesn't feel safe obtaining the desire that our conscious mind has. So it doesn't matter how much we desire something consciously, our whole body needs to align to that desire and feel safe in order to not only manifest it, create it, but also to sustain it and hold it through time. So today I want to talk about this, how we can align and calibrate our nervous system and different parts of our brain to align with our desires and to manifest the life that we want. I'm Emela Pear. I'm a sacred sexuality coach, and I help people to connect deeper with their bodies and also manifest their desires and come back home to their bodies. So how many times we have done that? How many times we have these desires that really fill us with burning passion, with intensity, and sometimes with obsession, and it doesn't matter what we do, they elude us. And some other times we do all the work, we push, we get into what we want, for example, a relationship, and then the moment we're there, our whole nervous system starts to enter in panic and sabotage the whole thing. So I think this is very familiar, and I want to give an example regarding to relationships and how we do that all the time. So let's imagine that there's a person that really wants to have a fulfilling, loving, and passionate relationship, and that person meets this other person, her partner, and she's happy for some time, and then because she feels that she has what she wants, then she started entering into a panic state and sabotage the whole thing, because there are parts of her system, there are parts of her that don't feel safe having what she desired. It doesn't matter that the conscious mind was thinking, the moment I will have this partner, I will be happy. That is really a small part of us. The predominant part of us is actually the subconscious mind, and also the limbic system and the primal brain. And when these parts don't feel safe with the desire that we have in the conscious mind, they will do anything and everything to sabotage having what we want. So in this case of this woman, for example, meeting the partner of her dreams, she is sabotaging the relationship because even though she wants to be in a relationship that is loving, and maybe, let's say it's a man, it's very loving and gives her everything, parts of her, subconscious parts that hasn't, subconscious parts, unhealed parts, maybe memories come up without her even knowing about them to sabotage the whole relationship. Because if we would feel safe with our desires, we will already have them. Anything we want, we can have them. But first, we need to feel safe and in alignment with those desires. We are creators. Everything that we see around us is a creation of our own minds. And actually, reality is a symptom of our own subconscious mind. Whatever we see has been created by us. And so the things that we don't like in our reality, they're also created by us. And in order to change them, in order to transform them, we need to connect with deeper parts of our psyche to see what are the beliefs, what are the latencies, what are the karmic imprints that are actually causing that to be manifested. So in the example of the woman, she will need to go back to herself and to see what are the memories, what are the traumas, what are the beliefs that she holds, that maybe love is not safe, that maybe having passion is not safe, that maybe she doesn't deserve that, because those will be predominant and can sabotage the whole relationship. What happens is that the primal brain and the limbic system will not feel safe with the desire of the conscious mind. And what they will see, and what the conscious mind will see as the desired outcome, the limbic system and the primal brain will see as a threat. They're responsible for our survival. And so if they don't feel safe for some reason with that desire, they will sabotage and actually send red flags to the system, and the system will enter in dysregulation and stress and panic. And that could be stronger in some cases, then be less strong, depending how much we feel safe in our bodies. That's why I'm talking about this, because I feel that the secret and the magic of our bodies is to regulate our nervous system when we come back to our bodies, and then we can create the reality that we want. Actually, in my own personal experience, when I came home to my body, I started really not only having a more fulfilling and pleasurable life, but also I started seeing how creation was aligned with also my conscious desires, because I had done a lot of work around my subconscious patterns and my karmic imprints and also my own traumas. So I believe and I want for everybody to have really what they desire, what is really aligned with their higher self. And I believe that connecting back to their bodies, to our bodies, is actually key and really important to create magic, to have the life that we want. In some spiritual groups and in some spiritual philosophies, desire is seen as a lack. It's something that we need to reject because it feels that it's something lacking. But for me and for the tantric path, desire, as anything else in this reality, is a tool for self-development and for self-realization, and actually for enlightenment. So if we have this desire that is aligned with us, and that is, for example, to have a beautiful and loving partnership, what the desire does is that it makes us transform in the process of actually obtaining what we desire, what we want. And so for me, that's actually a tool of self-realization and self-development, because if we stay the same person and we don't heal and we don't transmute certain memories and latencies and beliefs, and we try to actually be in this loving and amazing partnership, either we will lose that relationship, or we'll just do that from a place of like pushing and grasping. And that doesn't actually bring happiness, that brings much more suffering. So that is why desire for me is actually the perfect means to actualize who we have came to be. Whatever we have in our minds as desire, could be anything, is there for a reason. And I feel and I believe that actually it's a whisper of the divine telling us how to go about our life, how to grow, how to transform, and how to transmute. Therefore, coming back to our bodies, it's key because it regulates the nervous system. It makes it feel safe with reality, with situations, and we can heal from the traumatic memories that we had. If we had memories of love not being safe, sex not being safe, or we had memories of abandonment that are going to prevent us through our life to be in a loving relationship and feel safe, coming back to our bodies, being with them will allow us to have this safety, and this safety is the key for having anything that we want. That is why sometimes affirmations and just visualizations really don't work, because on top of a dysregulated nervous system and our limbic system and primal brain sending red flags to our whole body, we are putting affirmations, and that doesn't work because we need to work with the underlying conditions and underlying things that are actually making us not to feel safe with anything that we desire. And that could be a relationship. That's the example I gave because my clients normally want to have fulfilling relationships, but that could be a house, that could be having a baby, or like having a better job. Anything. This is applying to anything. We can have anything we want as long as we feel safe in having that desire. The parts are in alignment. Our limbic system, our primal brain, and our conscious brain are in alignment with that desire. That will automatically happen, and we will not only manifest it, but we will also sustain it and hold it through time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it, follow me on social media. If you have any comments and questions, you can write me. And if you're interested in mentorships and to deepen your connection with yourself and heal from experiences that are blocking your eroticism and your sexuality, you can write me. All the links are below.